Uh, we played really well Sunday. We played, we weren't as excited about playing today. This has been our 6th day in a row. And so I thought they were a little tired, a little fatigued. I'm actually going to give them 2 days off now. We'll watch film tomorrow. We'll get a lift tomorrow. We'll shoot some free throws, but there will be we won't do anything. Maybe a stretch. Friday is their day off, and then we'll get ready for Baylor. And I just think they need some of that freshening up. Aiden Holloway had tweaked his ankle in the exhibition, our first exhibition, and actually was only going to play him a couple minutes. So we actually played that whole game without him. So he should be back for Baylor. I thought that the last 2 games, we got great point guard play from Denver and Trey in the last game. Obviously, Trey had 8 assists and 1 turnover. Did a nice job. And for the 2nd game in a row, Denver didn't turn it over. So playing a new position, playing point guard without Aiden, that's pretty good. Our defense is really challenged, and so disappointed about it. We got to do some. We've got to continue to work on some things, because otherwise we're not going to get stops. Tonight we didn't shoot it very well. Probably the worst we've shot it in a while. I'm not worried about it. We're going to shoot it fine. Most of the shots that we got were good shots and balls I think that are that are going to go in. So I'm not worried about our shooting from the free throw line or the 3-point line. And we did a good job of taking care of the ball in the second half. So playing without Janai today and playing without Aiden for 2 days kind of makes you do some different things, and that's what depth is for, and that's what we have. So it's good.
Right, Mike.
Coach, you said Monday that this team would have the greatest balance of minutes of any team you ever coached. Seemed to hold true tonight in the numbers, with Janai kind of going out early with the arm injury. But can you talk about the balance of minutes and how you hope to keep that going into the season?
I think that we could have 10 guys playing 20 minutes. I mean, that's a possibility. Now that won't necessarily be the case, but that's what it's been throughout practice. And take whatever position you want. Aiden and Trey, Denver and KD with Lior, Chad Baker and Chris Moore, Chaney and Jalen, and Janai and Dylan. So, and then you got Lior in there as the 11th man. Dylan Carwell continues to play really well, continues to be an absolute factor in there. So big in the air, great offensive rebounding, just tough defensive rebounding. He's really worked hard on his free throw stroke. He's simplified it, and he goes 5 for 6 tonight. Huge, just huge. And that's all both work and mental preparation. So I'm very pleased, with Dylan. And if he doesn't cramp up, he gets his, I think would have been probably his first double-double. But
Matt Cohen.
Coach, Bob Knight passed away earlier tonight. I was kind of curious if you just had any comment or kind of just anything to say on him at all.
I knew Coach Knight pretty well. His son Tim was a manager for us at Stanford when I was 22 years old, and so Tim was, obviously 18 at Stanford. So I knew Coach Knight through his son, and then after 4 years at Stanford, '86 we got into the Big Ten, and at the time, he was 86. They were rolling, and it was Iowa, Indiana, Purdue, Katy, Michigan, Illinois. I mean, those are your top 4, 5. And if you look back in the late 80s, early 90s, the Big Ten was dominating. And the interesting thing about leagues is leagues take on the personalities of the best coaches in the league. So the Big Ten took on the personality of Gene Cady and Bobby Knight. They were the 2 of the more dominant programs. So whether it be the motion offense or the physical defense or just how they play, Bob Knight set the tone. And that tone is still the way the Big Ten plays. Physical, fundamental, truly one of the all-time great, legendary, coaches. A man's man.
Bruce, like you said, didn't shoot it particularly well for deep or the line of this game. Still scored 102, really efficient on your twos. A variety of guys scoring on that. What did that say about the team? You thought that y'all had so many guys be as efficient as they were inside the stripe.
I thought, I thought we, we're fairly efficient offensively, but still thought we missed a lot of shots early. Like we had a lot of good shots early. We missed. Cheney made the first bucket, and we missed a couple of easy ones in there, not finishing and not scoring through contact. So I think that I just trust me when I tell you we stepped back from Sunday. Like we really played better Sunday.
Bruce, do you have anything on Janai? Just short.
A little bit of pinch in his rotator cuff. That's kind of right now what it looks like, and he should be okay.
Bruce, from a coaching perspective, how valuable is a night like tonight where you get a win, you get to play a bunch of guys, but there's so many teaching moments for a team like this?
Sunday was really valuable. We played a really good team. I give Auburn, Montgomery. Those guys played hard. Excited for our sister school to come and play in the big arena. There's a great connection between Auburn and Auburn Montgomery, academically, from the administration standpoint. So this was sort of one of those games that you do it for, a lot of the right reasons.
Any more questions?
Bruce, was kind of that run there in the first half, lots of steals for you guys that kind of spurred you all defensively. What did you see out of your defense? I think you had 6 turnovers in like 4 minutes.
Yeah, I thought we turned up some press. I thought we pressed pretty well. It bothered them. It got us flying around a little bit more. And yeah, obviously, they turned it over 29 assists, 23 turnovers. Even though we were quicker, and only turned over 12 times against them. They really do turn you over. And we only had 3 turnovers in the second half. So.
Or 2 more questions?
Coach, with that first half run, it was a pretty close game until that 23-2 run. What did you tell your guys in the timeout before you went back onto the court?
Man, I can't remember what I told them in the last timeout, let alone the timeout in the first half prior to the 23-2 run. I could make something up, and I could spin it, and you go, "Oh, that's really good. What a great timeout that was." Not really. I'm not even sure what we did. I do know that we were working on some full court pressure, and I thought the full court pressure bothered them. And I think the thing about it is, it's great to have that stuff in the bag. In other words, you've got to have some tools in the toolbox. You've got to have some things that you can go to. We may be down late in a game and need turnovers. And so you work on stuff like that.
Mike, final question?
Last year, you guys had the trip to Israel in the offseason that really, it had a profound effect on a lot of the players. Your top 3 scorers tonight were all transfers, in Cheney, Denver, and Baker. What kind of things did you guys do this offseason to come together as a team and get the new guys, immersed in the culture? That's a great pickup. Those guys they're good. They're good. They definitely have a chance to make us a better team.
they all have great ability. You know, 2 of them started tonight. You know, Chad is good enough to start. You know, so I think that tells you that we're going to grow as a team, because those guys there are 3 leading scorers and our 3 new players. So I haven't looked at it yet, but I bet you I look at it, I bet you they were really productive. So Cheney was 6 for 10, then was 5 for 9. Chad was 3 for 8, but 9 for 9 from the foul line. So Chad missed a couple of floaters, but they're really efficient players, pretty high basketball IQ.